Tom Aspinall, UFC heavyweight, who's scheduled to fight Jon Jones sooner than later. He goes on the Piers Morgan show and says that Jon Jones should not be considered the greatest ever because of all the failed multiple drug tests. Let's jump into the video.
Jon, let me first start by saying Jon is absolutely elite, and I completely agree with the notion that he's one of the best fighters ever.
Is he the greatest?
Potentially, but the way that I look at it is he has failed a couple of drug tests. To me, that rules you out of being the best of all time.
Really?
For me personally, yeah, I think.
Does it make him a cheat?
Yeah, of course it does. Yeah. If you're on steroids or whatever, I don't think he was on steroids, but he was on PEDs, performance enhancing drugs. If you're on PEDs and your opponent isn't, that's absolutely cheating in my book. Unless you're both allowed to do it.
You've never taken anything like that?
Absolutely not.
No. You never would?
When I retire, I will. Yeah, absolutely, to keep my body healthy, and your body stops producing testosterone after a while. To be a healthy older gentleman, I'll probably do some kind of testosterone replacement.
You're suggesting I should be pumping the steroids?
So. No, I don't think you should be on steroids, but I think I don't know. I don't know a lot about the subject, to be honest. But I think when you fight in MMA, you absolutely shouldn't be using PEDs. No.
So should he even be allowed to fight you?
Yeah, if he's not using them now, yeah, I think so. Yeah, absolutely.
How do you think he'll feel when he sees you calling him a cheat on Uncensored?
I don't know. That's his
Do you
prerogative.
Care?
No, I'm not bothered. Jon Jones seems to get his feelings hurt a little bit.
Well, to put things in perspective, Jon Jones has failed multiple drug tests. So it's not like what Tom was saying is a lie. And I believe the same exact thing, what he's saying. Whether it's football, baseball, boxing, UFC, if you are caught using anabolic steroids, to me, your accomplishments mean absolutely nothing. Nothing. Derek from Plates and Dates explained on the Joe Rogan show why Jon Jones was failing steroid tests, the pulsing effect of after he would take steroids, what he would take to get them out of his body or hide the fact that he used them. He explained it well. He also said that when he used to follow Jon Jones on social media, and as soon as Jon Jones seen all that, he was blocked from following him on all his social media apps. So I agree. And Dana White is notorious for turning a blind eye to the drug cheats in the UFC. I mean, I know you saw the test now, but Brock Lesnar, come on. Brock Lesnar is a fraud. He's been a fraud since high school. He's been a steroid user since high school, college, MMA, pro wrestling. When Brock is off the roids, he's literally half the man that he is. He has no natural thickness to him. I don't think he's a naturally strong guy. I believe, I don't want to shift the whole topic from Jon Jones to Brock Lesnar, but if you ever seen Brock Lesnar off the stuff, it's all an act. He belongs in WWE. Brock Lesnar belongs in WWE. That whole tough guy stuff, it's all an act. So I remember it was a Samoan guy that he was supposed to fight in UFC. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. Brock Lesnar fails the steroid test for the main event. Dana lets him fight anyway. That guy ended up getting injured, and he tried to sue to get Dana in trouble. I don't think it worked out. But the drug test was a fail. Brock Lesnar shouldn't have been allowed to fight. And then and the other major juicer that Dana turned a blind eye to was Vitor Belfort. This lowlife, he's one of the biggest losers in all of combat sports. He was juiced to the maximum. He kicked Michael Bisping in the face, caused him to lose an eye. Dana should have been sued for that also. Now, Jon Jones hasn't failed any steroid tests lately, but I agree with Tom Aspinall. You cannot be considered the greatest if you failed steroid tests. You're a cheater. Jon Jones is a cheater. Kobe Covington got it right. I would go as far as to say, George St. Pierre never failed. Michael Bisping never failed, one of the greatest fighters ever also. Anybody that hasn't failed the steroid test, whether it's football, baseball, as soon as you fail a test in my eyes, regardless of a sport, if you fail a steroid test and it's 100% confirmed that it's roids, you automatically fall out of the category of greatest ever. So Tom Aspinall is totally right. And before I end it, it should be, if you wanted to really clean up steroids or anabolic steroid use in sports, automatic lifetime ban. It's over. You're done. You're finished. You'll never have another failed steroid test ever again. But money rules the world and money rules the day. And that's unfortunate because it compromises everything. It takes the integrity out of everything. If you can't compete fair and do the things right the right way, then don't compete.